So I'm back. This will be part 2 of the GDMBR series, my playlist. This time I'm out again with the bike. I've got the bags to talk about and some of the gear that I'm taking. This will be, call it a revision A of my gear list, because I'm sure it's going to change. I have a lot to learn, a lot of research to do, but I do have an awful lot of equipment from when I did the Appalachian Trail, and most of it will work fine for this trip. I can add to it and I can refine it, and I need things like repair kits which are specific to the bike, but I can at least go over things like the tent, or the stuff I use for sleeping, my stove, things like that. So yeah, I thought I'd just film it now. I could have done it later when I knew what I was doing, but I thought, why not do it now, and I can look for a bit of advice. So if anyone has anything to say about anything I'm doing, please do. So where should we start? The front. So this is my Swift Industries Zeitgeist saddlebag, I suppose, but I've got this on the front of the bike. It is designed to do that. It uses valet straps. It's a nice bag and it's got quite a lot of capacity. At the moment, I've just got my GoPro stuff in there, the filming stuff. I've got, more GoPro stuff. Suntan lotion. DEET, 100% DEET. So God knows how much of my lifespan is being shortened by using that, but it works. Chest rig. I got a new little light, which I'm planning on taking. A little panel light, lume cube. So this bag is really nice. It's got these side pockets as well. So there's quite a lot of capacity in there. And one on each side. It's a nice bag. It attaches, as I said, with these valet straps, and there's an elastic strap which goes around the stem there. And one thing I didn't show, you can expand it quite a lot. It's got this inner kind of bag with a cinch draw cord, and it's got a strap here as well, so you can cinch it all up, compress it, I suppose is what I'm trying to say. And then you've got straps on the front which you can pull. It's just a nice bag. I wanted a saddle bag instead of one of those like a dry bag harness. I tried the dry bag harnesses and it's just annoying to me. I think this is a nicer solution. You haven't got as much capacity, but I don't need it because I have panniers. We've got these stem bags. I got 2 of these. I've got one on each side. So these are really nice. You can put water bottles in there or snacks, I was thinking. I mean, actually, I know what I'm going to put in, and it's neither of those. There's going to be bear spray in there, which I haven't got yet. And I'm going to go over what's inside all the other things in a bit. Onto this one. So these are Alpkit, by the way. And I really like those. This is the stem bag, I think. Doesn't matter. Top tube bag. That's a decent capacity bag. You've seen the homemade frame bag, which me and Caroline made. That is going to have probably food and stuff in there, but again, I'm going to go over everything in there. Now we got these. I only got these this morning. So this is my Tailfin rack system, and I've decided to go with panniers because I don't want to be so minimal that I make the trip uncomfortable. I need to do about 50 miles a day, and so at 50 miles a day I don't need to be pushing it. I'd rather have a bit of luxury. So I've decided to go with panniers. They're not exactly heavy anyway, and they're only mini panniers. These are 10 litres each, I know that much. And what I like is you just pull one little lever, which you can see here maybe. Can you see that one? So you pull the lever, flick it up, and then it's off. So very, very neat system. On top of that, so you can do that with both sides, obviously. You can take the whole thing off. There's a lever here. So you pull that and disconnect this. You've got 2 quick release things down here. One on that side, one on this side. And with that little effort, the whole thing is off. So I think it's fantastic. I love it. It's not cheap. I mean, not by a long way, but it's just a really nice setup. And I can put this on other bikes as well. I do have my gravel bike, so I can use this on my other bike, and it takes no time to switch it over. So that's a really cool thing. I think that covers all the bags. Yeah, it does. So now I'll talk about what's in them. So now the contents of the bags. This is, like I said, revision A. It's going to change a lot, and I will take advice. I've got it how I think it's going to be set up, but I only did it this morning in a couple of hours. So let's start from the front. I talked already that I'm going to try and keep my GoPro stuff and everything in here. So it's going to be mainly filming stuff. We've got these stem bags. This one will have bear spray in it because there will be grizzly bears on this route. And as much as I want to see a grizzly bear, and I'll be disappointed if I don't want to see one like right there. So that's not a thing. In here, at the moment, I've got my plastic cup. I've got my stove. So it's a bit tight. I've got a feeling I'm going to change this because there's no way it can be this difficult to get out every night. I'll just stop eating. I can show you. I have a titanium 750ml Tokes pot. I've got a Pocket Rocket Deluxe, which has got its own igniter and it can simmer, so that's why I like this stove. It's an awesome stove. And in there I've got a gas canister. So that's my entire cook kit for the trip. That's all I need. I'm going to be eating very simple food. This is my spork, which goes with it. Just I don't know what brand that is, but I've had it for ages. It's brilliant. Oh, I do know. ES-bit titanium. So yeah, and that lives on top of it. So yeah, quite a nice, neat little system. These water bottles, I've gone with Clean Canteen 1.5 litre bottles. I can put one on either fork, and then underneath I have another cage, which is a Tailfin one. These are both Tailfin as well, but I can put another water bottle in there. I'll show you these. These are really good. So this is a Tailfin aluminium, like an anything cage. You can remove the bottom bit if you want to put bigger stuff in, and it's also a bottle opener, which is pretty cool. I am planning on opening some bottles on the trail, probably quite a few. Not that I'm an alcoholic, but yeah, it's a nice way of ending the day. In here, in the frame bag, this has got my dynamo hub regulator for the voltage, my power bank, which is a 20,000 milliampere hour power bank, cables, a headlamp, what else? Oh yeah, power charger. So that's my brick charger for this when I'm in towns and what have you. That was the voltage regulator. I have mentioned that before, but yes, you got 2 USB charge ports on that. Hopefully that's all going to work out. I've heard varying reports of how effective dynamo hubs are. People seem to have a lot of problems with them, so I'm hoping that's not going to be me. But we can adapt. As I say, I can get power probably every day on this trail. Back to this bag. We have my trowel for digging cat holes, essential, if you're responsible, that is. A little Leatherman Micra, that's all you really need, I think. It's got scissors, a knife, and tiny screwdriver for glasses and things like that, and stuff, you know, for keeping your nails sorted. Tyre levers. I've got this Crank Brothers M20 tool, and it's got the bacon strips. I need to supplement again this kit because I'm going to go tubeless, so I'll have tubeless fluid and other stuff. This is a very stage 1 repair kit, and I got this tiny little lock. I can't remember what this is called either. Maybe again I'll put it up on the screen, but it's a super lightweight and quite a sturdy thing. What else? Oh yeah, patch kit. because I will be taking a tube even if I'm going tubeless, just in case, you know, something catastrophic happens. So yeah, that's in that bag. The frame bag, at the moment, I have a spare tube and I have my water filter. So I've got this C-Knock or Knock, I don't know how it's pronounced, water bag. I used one of these for the whole of the Appalachian Trail and they're fantastic. And I used one of these on the Appalachian Trail too. This Sawyer, the big one, don't go with the mini. They're just rubbish, useless. This is what you need, and that's what I'm going to take so I can filter my own water. I've also got in here an Ursak, which is apparently a bear-proof bag for putting my food in. So whether I hang it or tie it to a tree, you can actually tie these to a tree and then you don't have to hang them. But yeah, this is, we'll see. I've seen, again, varying reports. Some people say they work. Some people say that grizzly bears just smash them to pieces. And I'm inclined to agree with the latter, but who knows, we'll see. But it's a nice bag anyway. So that'll be my food, and I'm going to keep all my food in here. Keep the weight low, which is the plan. And I got a pump. I might change this. I don't know whether to get a pump with pressure gauge built in. But yeah, I'm in two minds. Not sure, but I've got that in there as well. So that's that one. Now, onto the back. Let's do this top tube bag first. It's about 1 million clips on this bag, but that's good, I suppose. You don't want to lose stuff. Here we go. Got a cap, because cap. This is a first aid kit and a repair kit. So that's got things like, it's got ibuprofen, paracetamol, plasters, wipes, antiseptic wipes. I've got a needle and thread in there for repairing tyre walls or clothing or zips or whatever. So that needs work as well. I've got that. Helium Outdoor Research rain jacket, super light, super packable and very waterproof. Helium Outdoor Research rain pants. These are really good too, again, packable and light. This is a cool little thing. I'm going to be setting up my stuff as well to show you my tent and stuff like this, so you'll see this in a minute. A little pump, because I know from doing it many times, blowing up inflatable mattresses is an absolute ball ache, and I hated doing it every single night, so my pump is going to do it for me. A packed towel, essential for wiping down your tent in the morning when it's all dewy and wet, or for, you know, doing towel things. And this is some clothing which I'll go through just to show you what I'm taking. This is not worn clothing, but clothing I'm going to take, so we'll go through that in a sec. And this closed cell foam, super thin, what is it, sleeping pad. You can use it as a sit pad or, you know, anything like that. And that's that. So there's quite a lot of stuff in there. Let's get this out. So I've got, this is my Arc'teryx Atom LT synthetic puffy jacket. It's extremely, it's not as warm as a down jacket, but I'm not sure about down jackets. If they get wet, they don't work. If this gets soaking wet, it does still work, and it's very resilient, so I like that jacket. A pair of spare socks, Bridgedale ultralight hiker socks. They're like Darn Tough, but like a British version. These are my Under Armour heat gear leggings, so I can put these on when it gets cold, or maybe when I'm sleeping. I do sleep quite hot, so probably just for when I get cold. I've got an Under Armour t-shirt, so again, to sleep in or to go underneath my shirt when I'm riding, because I now have a riding shirt, which I'm going to try. And this mountain equipment Sol hoodie, extremely lightweight, fleecy jacket, sort of hoodie, I should say. yeah, I really like this. It's not that warm, but it certainly helps, and layered up with other things, I can pretty much cope with any temperature. I mean, I could have a t-shirt, a shirt, I could have this, then the jacket and a rain jacket. So I can have multiple layers and adapt them so I can always be at the right temperature. So that's my non-worn clothing. What did I do with my worn clothing? Oh, it's in my bag. We'll go over that in a minute. Let's carry on. These super cool panniers, 10 litres. And it just so happens they fit perfectly my tent. So that's my tent and my ground sheet, which is a polycro ground sheet. I'll set that up in a minute. And that's it. That's all that's in there, but that's all that needs to be in there. For the other pannier, we have my quilt, my sleeping pad, inflatable pillow, and a buff, which I use as a pillowcase. So again, I'm going to get all that out in a minute, set up the tent, and just show you, and yeah, show you basically what I'm going to be using for all that stuff. That's all I've got in there. I think that is all my bags. That's all my bags. Right, I'll set some stuff up and bring you back in a second. So my tent. First of all, this is my polycro ground sheet. Super lightweight. I don't know what it is. It's like a thin plastic, but I don't know what. It lasted the whole Appalachian Trail, so that's 120 nights it's been used, including this tent as well. This tent has had a lot of use and it's held up really well. Definitely don't need to replace it. It's a trekking pole tent, but you can buy these carbon fibre tent poles, which I did get from Zpacks. This is a Zpacks Duplex, by the way. I'm getting ahead of myself. So these are, everything here is super light. I mean, incredibly light. I've put this tent up so many times. I would class myself as an expert. It's a Dyneema tent. It's quite a small, it doesn't take up much room. It's a two-man tent, and it really is a two-man tent. You could get two people in it, but only just. So I'd say it's just good for one man and or woman and your gear. So I'll get this pitched up. So there we are, my Zpacks Duplex. This is a really nice tent. I really like it, and it's perfect for this trip. As I said, two-man tent, but good for one man and some gear. So now I'm going to get the sleeping pad out and get that all set up. So you can see you've got a vestibule on this side. There's one on the other side. You've got this door here, and there's one on the other side as well. So you can actually have this, so you can get really good airflow. It is a single wall tent, so it suffers from condensation. But with the airflow, I've never had a problem, not unless I'm by a lake or something like that, when there's not a lot you can do about it. So yeah, it's a really nice tent, and I'm happy with it. So this is my closed cell foam pad, which I'm going to use as a sit pad and use it to go underneath my sleeping pad. Covers most of the torso. What's next? This pillow is Xped Air Pillow UL Medium. So I'll blow that up. And my buff is my pillowcase. Like that. Next out, sleeping pad. This is the Thermarest Uber Light, the lightest weight one they may have changed, I don't know, but this is very light, but it's also quite fragile. But, you know, weight is a big deal. It's not that warm. I do have the X-Therm, which is the warmest one they do, but to be honest, unless it's freezing, I overheat with that, so I can't take it. When I was on the Appalachian Trail, I blew this up every night, and you wouldn't think it'd be that annoying, but I hated it. So this is Flex Tail Gear Tiny Pump, and he's got this adapter. It's also a light, so dual purpose. Let's see how quickly it gets this pad pumped up. That's how you turn the light on. How do you get it to pump? Oh, double click. That's getting there. I think it's pretty slow, but it's pretty small too. Wow. Not bad. I reckon that took a minute, something like that. So yeah, about a minute to blow that up. And as I said, it's a light as well. Yeah, long press for the light. Yeah, it's cool. I'm going to keep it. And then, final component. This is my Thermarest Chorus HD quilt. It's 30 degree Fahrenheit quilt, 0 degrees Celsius. It's seen a lot of use. It doesn't loft like it used to, but I would definitely recommend it because it's, like I say, it had a lot of use. Got it upside down, and it's designed to fit with these pads. It hooks over the bottom. Not that I do, but yeah. So that's my sleep system. I don't like that term, sleep system. It's my sleep setup. So that's that, really. I don't know if there's anything else to go over for now. Yeah, I think that's it. Because the rack is detachable, I could take it off and bring it in here overnight if I was somewhere where I was a little bit, you know, somewhere a bit sketchy. But I don't think there are any places like that on the GDMBR. It seems pretty good. This is the helmet I've gone with. It's a Gyro, whatever you like, Source. Nice helmet, proper mountain bike helmet. I looked at Smith ones and a few others, and I looked the least geeky in this one. But I will wear a helmet when I'm on the trail, obviously. So yeah, I've got that. For the first time, I've decided I'm going to try using a shirt instead of a t-shirt. I'm a t-shirt person. I've never worn shirts. This is a Columbia Silver Ridge Light. So polyester, quick drying, long sleeve shirt. You can pin the sleeves up. It's got this huge vent at the back, which really appeals to me, with some mesh. I just feel on a bike you can regulate your temperature better with this. You could open it at the front and, you know, expose your chest, I suppose, which is never a good thing. But, you know, cool down, and I'm going to give it a try. I'll be doing some test rides, so I'm going to bring that along. So there's that. This is just a normal pair of shorts, mountain equipment. These are more like climbing shorts, but these will be fine. They got zip pockets, which is important when you're on a bike, I think. So I'm not going to bother with special cycling shorts unless somebody can tell me a reason why or give me some advice to. Under those I will have these liners, padded liners. So yeah, I will have protection from them. So I got one pair of those. I feel like I've already talked about socks for some weird reason. Oh yeah, I had a spare pair in there. So this is my socks for riding in, these ultralight Bridgedales. They're really nice. And I've got gloves. These are mountain bike gloves. I might go for lighter weight ones, But at the moment, these are the only ones I've got. So 100% gloves. And how much you effort give. How do much you effort give. What does that mean? That's weird. I'm not supposed to say something.
What about if you put the left next to the right?
Do how you much give effort. I could have sworn how much effort. Oh, do you give?
Oh yeah.
Why? Hello. Yeah. So anyway, that's the worn gear. One last thing. Follow me over here. A Wahoo Element Bolt cycle computer. So I'm going to have the route all set to that and downloaded to that, so I won't get lost. Because anyone that knows me knows I have no sense of direction. I would get lost the first day and die of exposure. Anyway, I think that's it. I can't think of anything else on here. I'm sure I've forgotten stuff. As I said, anybody has any advice, please just put a comment down below. I've had some advice about a saddle from a subscriber, so I appreciate that. They've told me to look into Brooks C17 saddles, so I'm going to do that. That was Rick, I think, so thank you, Rick. But anyone else who has any advice, please let me know. As I said, I'm a novice. I'm jumping in at the deep end. I will be doing some trial rides, but I've given myself 2 months to do 2,700 miles, so I don't have to cane it the whole way. I can take my time, I can do longer days or shorter days, so I'm sure I'll be okay. That's it. So I hope this isn't too long a video. It shouldn't be. But yeah, I think I've covered everything. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again. Thank you. Bye.